I don't want a husband who only earns $900 a month, I said. There was silence on the other end of the phone. Maybe my mother-in-law was shocked. Hello? Are you still there? The mother of a man who makes $900 a month? What are you talking about? She finally asked. I'm saying Aaron earns $900 a month from his part-time job. I think you're mistaken. You're missing a zero. No, I'm not. He earns $900 a month, that's it. My name is Maria, and I'm 29 years old. I've been married to Aaron for 5 years, and we've been living in a small apartment ever since. We don't have kids yet. Life isn't luxurious, but it's simple and happy. We both do work we enjoy, and there's little stress. But 6 months ago, things started to change. My mother-in-law, who lives nearby, decided she wanted to move in with us. Aaron and I tried to explain that we couldn't make it work, but she wouldn't listen. What surprised me even more was that Aaron started taking her side. That was the beginning of our problems, and things only got worse. My father-in-law passed away a few years ago, so my mother-in-law had been living alone in her house. She was managing just fine, but now she claimed she couldn't stay there anymore. She said she felt unsafe and uncomfortable. But that wasn't the whole truth. Her house was old and needed major repairs. Instead of spending money to fix it, she decided she wanted to live with us. That way, she could avoid the costs altogether. When we got married, Aaron promised me we wouldn't live with his parents. Their house is only 10 minutes away, so if she ever needs help, we can always be there. Besides, my mother-in-law has never liked me. Even before the wedding, she'd make snide comments about me. Now, whenever we talk, she still throws in little jabs. If we lived together, I know she'd become even harder to deal with. Recently, she quit her part-time job and is now unemployed. If she moved in, we'd have to cover her expenses too, and with our current finances, we just can't do that. But she doesn't seem to care. Don't act so proud when my son is the one supporting you, she snapped. I told her I work from home and contribute financially too, but she ignored me. She kept insisting that Aaron's income was enough to live well. The truth is, we can't survive on his income alone. I asked her if she even knew how much Aaron makes each month. Of course I know, he's my son, and you're lucky to have a husband who's so successful, she said confidently. Really? I asked. If Aaron's part-time salary was so impressive, then she clearly didn't know the reality of his earnings. My mother-in-law spoke to me in her usual condescending tone. I'll take care of the housework so you can go to work. You're not managing the finances well when my son makes so much money. You must be a big spender, aren't you? No, I've told you before, I work from home. I'm not a spender. I work hard and save money, I said firmly. Well, money aside, this apartment is too small for 3 adults, she added casually. So, I replied, exactly, that's why we can't live together. But she just shrugged. Then why don't you move to a bigger place, or maybe buy a house? To my shock, Aaron, as though he'd been hypnotized, started agreeing with her. Was he unable to stand up to his mother, or did he really want to live with her? He began telling me to stop being so stubborn and even said something that shook me to the core. It's more fun to live with my mom, isn't it? What? I asked, completely stunned. She'll help with the housework, Maria. It'll make your life easier too, he said like it was a perfectly reasonable suggestion. Aaron was now fully on board with his mom's plan. I didn't know what to do. I resisted for as long as I could, but then he did something drastic. One day, while I was out, he packed his things and left. When I got home and realized all his belongings were gone, I called him immediately. Where are you? Why is all your stuff gone? I moved out, he said simply. What? Why? You didn't want to live with Mom, so I bought a house. Problem solved, he said. Bought a house? With what money? That's when I heard my mother-in-law's voice on the phone. That's right, Aaron and I will live in the new house together for a while. Maybe you can join us later, after you've had time to think things over. By the way, can you even afford to stay in that apartment on your own? You should be grateful. I hung up. I could hear her sarcastic remarks as I ended the call, but I didn't care anymore. A house? They're lying. There's no way they could afford a house with their financial situation. I didn't even want to know where they went. I realized then and there, I can live on my own. I don't need my husband or his overbearing mother. I'm capable of supporting myself, and that's all I need right now. I had been paying the rent with my own money from the beginning, so I wasn't worried about managing without my husband. In fact, I started seriously thinking about divorce. A few days later, I got a surprising phone call. "Hey, Maria, it's your brother, Tom. Long time no talk. Did you know Aaron and his mom are at my house?" "What?" "Tom owns a house, but after buying it, he got transferred for work. Since then, I've been in charge of managing it." "Wait a second," I said, rushing to check the safe in my bedroom. The key to Tom's house was gone. "Tom, the key is missing. Did you call Aaron about it?" "No, I'm actually outside the house right now, watching. I think I know what's going on, but I'm not sure what to do." "We can call the police," Tom said. "Maybe, but Aaron is still family. Technically, I'm not sure if the police will get involved right away." "You're right, don't worry, I'll handle it in a couple of days. Can you wait a bit?" "Okay, let me know if you need anything from me." After hanging up, I immediately called Aaron. "Oh, I hope you're feeling sorry now," said my mother-in-law when she answered the phone. "Where are you?" I asked. "Oh, you don't sound sorry at all," she sneered. "Where are you?" I repeated. "I don't need to tell you anything. You must be desperate without my son's $9,000 monthly salary," she said smugly. $9,000 salary? Who are you talking about?" "Of course, Aaron. My son has enough money to buy this wonderful house," she replied, laughing. I couldn't help but laugh too. "What's so funny?" she snapped. "Aaron said he'd divorce me if I didn't listen to him." "That's fine with me," I said. "How stubborn are you? If he leaves you, you won't survive on your own." "Actually, I can manage just fine. I don't need a husband who only earns $900 a month." There was silence on the other end of the line. "Hello? Are you still there? The mother of a man who only makes $900 a month? What are you talking about?" she finally asked. "I'm saying Aaron earns $900 a month from his part-time job. You must be missing a zero." "No, I'm not. It's $900. When I asked Aaron about his income, he said, around 9. That's what he meant, $900, not 9,000. It seemed hard for her to believe. "Just so you know," I continued, "it's thanks to my salary that we've been able to cover all our expenses. My salary is $5,000, not $500. As you probably think, I'm not being supported by Aaron. He quit his full-time job years ago and only works part-time, 3 days a week." My mother-in-law didn't respond. I decided to add one final blow. "Oh, and by the way, the house you're living in now, the one you think Aaron bought for you, it actually belongs to my brother." "That's not true. Aaron bought this house for me." "No, it's my brother's house. He gave me the key, and Aaron took it without permission. What you and Aaron have done is a crime. I'm going to report it to the police." "Wait, please don't call the police," she screamed. "Then leave the house immediately," I said. Before I could say more, my mother-in-law hung up, still shouting in a panic. I figured my husband and his mother were probably arguing after our phone call. Later, when I went to check on my brother's house, they were gone. They must have rushed back to her house in a panic. I called my brother right away and apologized for the trouble my husband had caused. But there was still one thing left to do: divorce my selfish husband. I filled out the divorce papers and sent them to my in-laws' house. Not long after, my husband called me, sounding desperate. "You're joking, right? I'm really sorry about the house. Please reconsider." "I can't stay married to a thief," I told him coldly. "Go ahead and live happily with your mother, since you love her so much. I can't live without you. Then get a full-time job. Good luck making that $9,000 salary you like to brag about." Even though I was firm, my husband refused to sign the papers, so I brought in a lawyer, and the divorce went through without much trouble. Finally, I was free of him and his overbearing mother. Now, my husband and mother-in-law live together in their old, rundown house. He's still earning $900 a month from his part-time job, and she had to start working part-time again, too. They fight constantly, and she complains to him every day. As for me, I moved out of the apartment and into a new place. I no longer have to support my husband, and my life is much more peaceful. I've been able to focus more on my work from home, and my income has been steadily growing. Soon, I'll save enough to buy a house of my own. Looking back, my husband didn't appreciate his own situation. If he had thought about it properly, he would have realized how lucky he was to have me, but he didn't, and now he's stuck living with his mother, struggling to make ends meet. I'm glad I divorced him. My life is better now, and I'm finally free to enjoy my peace and independence. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like. See you in the next video.